About a year ago, as I was writing the book Divine Detours, God began to deal with me in the area of fear. I sensed Him saying to me, Roger, if you're going to finish this project and carry out the ministry I've called you to, you're going to have to become fearless. Now I've got to tell you, I'm thinking, hey God, I'm pretty brave. I've climbed out on airplane wings and jumped off. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And then God began to shine a bright light into the areas of my life where I realized I was plagued with fear. My first big test came when my niece was arrested and put into jail. Now, I had never visited anybody in jail and really never wanted to. I thought that was a preference, that I just didn't really want to hang around the jail and I didn't think I had much to offer there. But God showed me that it was nothing but a fear. Something inside of me kept telling me I need to go see her. But I fought the idea because I couldn't figure out what to say or do that would really make a difference. I kept telling myself, you're not afraid. Until my 82-year-old mama said, Roger, have you thought about going to see your niece? And the fear and panic that I felt in that moment told me I'm not the brave guy I think I am. I'm just a scaredy cat. Finally, I made an appointment to go see my niece. My heart raced as I walked past the chain link and barbed wire fences toward the office where I had to sign in. As they unlocked the gate and I walked past the coiled Constantine wire on top of the fences, I had a strong desire to bolt and run. I walked down a long hall and through another locked door. But as I looked through the window and saw my niece, I picked up the phone and began to speak to her. All my fears melted away. All that mattered at that moment was to encourage her as much as I could. After she shared her story with me, I shared how God had taken my bad decisions and failures and taught me great life lessons and made me a better person because of those failures, and that He could do that same thing in her life. As I walked out, I found myself asking, what was I ever afraid of? All those things that seemed so scary weren't scary anymore. That short visit not only gave her hope, but it encouraged me in ways I could never have imagined. I began visiting her every week. One day she came in so excited to tell me that she'd accepted Christ and been baptized right there in jail. I could tell she was a new person. She was beaming when she told me that she could sense God's presence right there with her. 6 months later, from our first visit, she was released and made a new start. She now has a full-time job. She's regularly involved in church, and she shares her newfound faith with nearly everyone she meets. Looking back, I realize that none of this would have happened if I would have ignored the challenge to face my fears and reach out in love. It makes me wonder how many potentially changed lives have I missed because I allowed fear to hold me back. I love what Ruth Ginsler said. Fear has a large shadow, but he himself is small. In the movie Divergent, Ford said to Trish, becoming fearless isn't the point. That's impossible. It's learning how to control your fear and how to be free from it. That's the point. We will always have things that cause fear to rise up in us. The key is to look that fear in the eye and push through it. One more quote by Ambrose Redmoon. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something is more important than fear. There are important things that each one of us needs to do, and fear holds us back. It's time for you to square off with your fear. Love boldly, live fearlessly.